What's up, everybody? Nolan of Black Diamond Services. So today we got two jobs, one here in Oakdale and one in Stockton. Just added the Stockton one on last night. Message coming through, and we wanted to get them booked and everything. So what I'm going to do today at this job is this one's relatively easy setup and everything. It's a decent sized job, a little over 500. I'm actually going to let Adam do pretty much majority of the job. I'll probably just maybe move his hoses at most and let him do this one. So I'm gonna try and video a little bit of it as well, but yeah, I'm gonna get him used to kind of operating on his own. He's doing really well, so I'm super proud of his hard work and everything. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see about having him do majority of this one. So look, see what this one looks like. Almost all of it vacuumed, or is it all vacuumed now?
It's all vacuumed.
Oh yeah. So we got master bedroom, small little hallway from the garage, this living room area, of course the entry in this back section leading to the kitchen, and then over here we got a bigger hallway, bedroom here, and one last bedroom back here. We are cleaning and scotch guarding all the carpet. There is like no stains, just normal wear and traffic soil. So got a blanket set out here so we can wipe our feet on our way out before we hit any hard surface. We'll get our pop-up door in there as soon as everything else is coming through. Everything's squared away for us to make this a nice, easy job today. So there's a little walkthrough. That looks delicious. run it to that hole right there. Might be able to make it through both rooms. Alright, boss. How about we find the light switch? Oh yeah. That one a lot of times, if you don't have a space like that, all you can use, you can usually slide it in through one of those. So if you're wondering why he's skipping over this section, it is because of the amount of square footage, and he's doing most of it himself on this job. I had him pre-spray the hallway, those 3 rooms, and then the master, leaving the rest of all this carpet here to come back to. And that's just because we don't want the pre-spray to dry out between applying it and CRBing and then getting it to rinse. So you just don't want it to dry out. It's harder to rinse out. So if it does dry out on you before you get to it, you got to reapply your pre-spray. Otherwise, you could potentially have some problems. So that's why I didn't have him pre-spray the whole thing. So it'd be a different story if all we were doing is the hallway over here and then the rest of this carpet. Then I would definitely pre-spray all of it, because I could be done, you know, and he could be done before we let it dry out. So that's why I did that. So we're going to finish CRB in this room, and then we'll start rinsing it shortly after. Like I said, I'm letting him kind of do everything on his own for the most part. I might pull some hoses or video at most. Letting him make his own decisions on this one. So far he's doing a great job. He chose the right pre-spray for this specific job, and we just got to go mix up the rinse tank. So he should know that one as well, just because there's no pet stains or anything like that. There's really no stains. It's just general soil from regular use. So I'll see out of the 2 rinses if he knows which ones to choose, if he remembers. There's a lot to remember, especially when you're not used to my cleaning agents that I use. So I'm not expecting it to get it perfectly right, but I kind of do specific things throughout a couple weeks, more hands-on training, and then once the 3rd week pops by, we start working on chemicals, what ones we need to use for certain jobs, and then also the our system, how we do invoices and all that stuff, which we haven't had for very long. So I'm still getting it down perfectly too, but I can get through it to set jobs up and get jobs paid and everything. So we'll be going over that. That way he can, you know, manage a job or 2 completely on his own. So we're getting close. So we go over those things, make sure he feels good about everything, and then yeah, I've told him multiple times, I want you to feel confident about everything. If you have questions, concerns about something, you know, I don't want to send you out feeling that way. So we'll probably do a day, you know, in the future that has 1 or 2 jobs on it that are average size. Once he's feeling good, we'll probably have him go out and do them on his own without me there. And then if he has any questions, he can just call me, or if he needs help because the job ends up being bigger, then I can drive out to it and then help him. But yeah, that's what we got going on so far. Alright everybody, so I got Adam in the first room. He's rinsing right now. He's all set and ready to go. So as I've mentioned in the past before, I leave these little spot out bottles, they're 8 ounces, to all new clients. So it's got the directions there how to use it. My favorite part is it's safe on all carpets, even stain resistant, removes stubborn spots, residue free. Those are my 2 favorite words on a spot bottle for helping work out stains. So the reason for that and why I give these out is because now I know what chemistry they're using on their carpet. So long as they're using this product, when they have me back, I don't have to worry about stains. So that's the best part. Or not really just stains, but I don't have to worry about them working on a spot and then dirt getting attracted to it because it's soap based, or residue left behind because it didn't get extracted. So that's the key thing a lot of people you know, and spotters don't really tell you, is if it's soap based, if you don't get all that soap out, there's going to be some left behind, and some of them will actually bleach out the carpet. Sometimes that happens. You see brighter stains after you've cleaned it, and you're like, what the heck's going on here? It just pulled the color out a little bit, and so now when I clean over that area to get the dirt off of it, it looks super bright, and it's always just that circular spot or whatever shape that they made when they scrubbed and tried to get it out. So if you have a wet shop vac and you're using one of those products, you want to make sure that you actually extract it too. Try and get all that moisture back out, otherwise you might have a problem in the future. So, with that being said, that is exactly why I like to leave this product at all my new clients' houses, the 8-ounce bottles. So I actually have 16-ounce ones that I sell. So, you know, a year from now or whatever, if a client's like, hey, that stuff worked great, can I get some more of that? Then I have a 16-ounce bottle that they can purchase. And then of course I have Unchained in a spray bottle that's usable for clients to deal with their own pet spots. And the reason why I offer that to my clients is because if there's one pet spot, now their first thought is, you know, if they don't know what to do, is to call me out to clean it. So and being that we have a minimum, you know, most places have a minimum service charge, you know, just for one spot, that's hard to swallow and be like, oh my gosh, you know, this much money for just one little spot, you weren't here that long ago. So that's why I offer those bottles, because if they purchase that bottle, they're going to be, you know, taking care of it by themselves at a fraction of the price, and it'll last, you know, throughout a handful of spots, depending on how much they use to get the spot out. So, you know, $25 for a 24-ounce bottle spray trigger of the Unchained stuff could get you through multiple stains that might happen, rather than, you know, your carpet getting stained and then calling me out for at least that one spot and charging our minimum service charge just for that is a little rough. So if you're, you know, in the cleaning business, it's good to have these little spotters, because you're gonna give them a lot of value by doing that. So, you know, as an 8-ounce bottle, you know, you can get a fair amount of stains out with that, especially if they're not that big. And I'm giving that to them, you know, every new client. I try and give one of those to them, you know, so long as I have supplies, they get one. And it just adds a little bit of value to your service. So, I mean, just them seeing you running the corner guards around all the edges here, having a blanket or something thrown down on hard surfaces as you enter the home, having this pop-up door here so bugs and cold air can't just escape right out as easily, you know, keeping their house secure. And then, you know, I've told Adam to always, when you get done with the CRV, if you're still using it in the house, to always place the base on a blanket like that, because you don't want to risk scuffing their floor, hard surface floor, with it. And then, you know, if that's been sitting outside at all, you obviously don't want to set it on their floor because it might potentially be dirty. So I have them do that. And then see, you got more corner guards here. And this is just my personal opinion, but you know, as you can see, I put my sticker on them. You know, the more you could brand yourself, so when somebody has you out, the better. There's only one that I don't have it on there. That's the last corner guard that I normally pull out. I don't always end up having to use them all, but I threw them all out for this job. So anyways, Black Diamond Services doesn't tell you anything that we're a carpet cleaning business, right? I mean, neither do the big ones. Some of the big ones like Coit, I mean, that doesn't tell you they clean carpet just by the name. So I wanted to go that route because I wanted to be known for more than just carpet cleaning. tile upholstery, house cleaning, dryer vent cleaning, and stuff like that. So if I was just call myself Black Diamond Carpet Cleaning, then you would know exactly what I do, and that's literally it, and I'd be known just for carpet cleaning. Just my personal opinion, but not everybody has to agree with that. But this is just what we chose, my wife and I. She actually came up with the name, and I really liked it, and was struggling with finding other names to consider. Had a couple in mind, but this one just suited us best. So I know I'm going off on a tangent here, but that's what we chose. And I mean, it's on there, and you've seen it on the front of my CRB. It's on that pop-up door on both sides. It's on the front of the carpet wand. The next one, I'm gonna have it on top of the carpet wand next to the sight glasses. So that way when I'm doing video, you can see the name and everything, and then the client can see the name too if they happen to be looking from afar, watching us clean for them. So I can't wait to get my new wand in. I'm just getting a red version of the current one. I'm switching it up to red as far as the wand goes, and then eventually I might do vacuum lines red and maybe steam lines if they have them, just to kind of accent that kind of pinstripe red for the services section. And that's the same how we have it on our shirts here too. So I'm thinking of doing that. That way when we're in the house and they see all this red, it's gonna stick out at you. I think that's what my van's wrap is doing to people too, is the pinstripe red that's on there. It is sticking out, and people told me they see me all over town, but it's just the one van. So how many times have they really actually seen me? They may have seen me once, maybe twice, but I've had a handful of people say, oh, we see you everywhere. And I think it's more of just the colors that you choose for your business and the design can really pay off. And that's why I think that wrap was an amazing investment, because it's paid for itself many times over. And even the stickers on my wife's car and my truck have earned me jobs just by having them. So all that stuff truly does pay off in my opinion. But yeah, just adding that stuff in, adding the little value things in with like the spotters, little things like that. I mean, doing all those things most certainly won't make you the cheapest company around, but you know what, when people have experienced your customer service, the value that you provide, and the great workmanship of the job, they're going to start to understand the true value in using your service over somebody else. So those things are just very important to providing a good job throughout each and every client. And that's what I'm trying to get here going for Adam, and I know he will, because he's just got really good work ethic, and so I'm not worried about him pretty much at all. I'm just making sure that he feels good about everything he's doing. So but otherwise, I mean, look at that. Look at those triangles. Oh yeah. So that's it for now. I'll do a little more filming of the cleaning later on. We got one more job after this one. The second one I have not been to. It was added last night. We sent them a message and then they responded with yes. And then we got it put on the schedule this morning. So Oakdale, then Stockton. Finished 3 rooms and almost done with this side of the house. Then we'll be moving over to the master bedroom. We'll be cleaning that, and then we'll be backing everything out to pre-spray and CRB the rest of the living room to the entry. Like I mentioned earlier, the reason why we separated some of it is so that way the pre-spray doesn't dry out before he gets to it. Now, if I wasn't having him do most of the job on his own without much help from me, we would probably be able to manage majority of it with pre-spray and all that, but I kind of want him to get used to doing stuff just about completely on his own. I've been moving the hoses a little bit here and there, but otherwise that's about it. So getting close to being done with this section. Basically right at this little opening is where he stopped with the pre-spray and CRB. So this carpet's just kind of worn a little bit. It's not overly dirty or anything. Just your general soil. That's about it. I think there was one stain in the back bedroom that you couldn't really see at first. Yeah. Once we got back there and took a closer look, we found one spot. Alright everybody, we're nearing the end here. We got this little path leading right here to the entry. And then we'll be moving on to scotch guarding and raking it out. He's doing a great job. He's pretty much done probably 98% of the job. I've only moved some hoses around for him a little bit here periodically, which is great. It allowed me to book a job that we got coming through Facebook. And if I need to make phone calls, I can make a call instead of setting the wand down, making the phone call, and then end up being 5-10 minutes behind depending on the conversation. So he's doing really well. No problems or anything like that. Goes back over anything that needs to be gone back over. Hits any things and cleans up after himself really well. So everything's going well. Living room's done in the intersection here. So yeah, all that's left is this pathway here. We'll be raking it out after the scotch guard. So we're making great time. Go eat some lunch and then head out to Stockton. Probably gonna be swinging by this place, Shorty's in Escalon, on the way out to Stockton. They have a fantastic burger. If you're in the area, I always get their bacon burger and have them put pastrami on it. It is delicious. So we'll probably do that since we're running really well on time. And then go out and see what Stockton has in store for us. So thank you guys so much for watching. This one's slightly different than the normal. I'm doing more talking, explaining what's going on currently. But hey, that's the point of vlogs. So hope you've enjoyed this one. With a little bit of cleaning here in the mix as well. But yeah, probably do some more filming depending on how much footage I got so far for today. And we'll keep it going. You guys have a wonderful day. Be sure to leave me a comment below. Hit the like button if you haven't subscribed yet. please hit the subscribe button and notification bell to get all the alerts for new content, as I am obviously posting at least on average 3 times a week when possible. So I'd like to keep it going. So we're creeping closer and closer to 700 subscribers. I've seen a handful of them come in the past couple days. Thank you so much for that. We're getting so close to hitting that 1,000 subscriber goal, and I really appreciate all the help. I noticed my monthly YouTube creators email I got said there was, I believe, 23 shares. So thank you to those people who shared the videos. It means a lot to me. I do appreciate your support. We did really well yesterday. We got 2 positive 5-star Google reviews. One of them was on a job that Adam did pretty much all the work. I did CRB and vacuum, but he wanted the entire thing. Got a 5-star review. Outperformed a previous company apparently that had been there. And then she was happy with the customer service on top of that. So that was his first official 5-star review, doing majority of the work himself. I'm going to try and see if I can squeeze a 5-star review out of the client from this one too when she gets back and sees the work, because he definitely deserves it. But yeah, that's what we got going on. Thanks again, guys. As a little bonus, Adam's first official job where he pretty much did 100% of the work. Let's see what all he got out. See if we got some chocolate milk. The first little tidbit in the bottom of the tank is always going to probably be the darkest. So there's our true color, a light brown. So it was dirty. The bottom of the tank is always going to be probably a little lingering dirty water there, so that's to be expected. But yeah, we got a light brown of dirt coming through here. So yeah, it needed it. It wasn't horrible. So pretty good. What's up, everybody? Nolan of Black Diamond Services. So I got something new today. Today is the first day that I actually have to leave a job site and do some estimates. Adam is taking over this job. It is actually an empty house that he's doing. We got 4 bedrooms, hallway, living room, family room. So he's been doing really well. He's got previous experience. It's just a matter of getting my process down is what it was. And so I got 2 estimates to go do back in Oakdale and 1 in Riverbank. And so he's taken over this job. He just came out of the master bedroom. So I wanted to include this in one of my videos. I'm having to let go for the first time and go take care of some other stuff. So yeah, we went and cleaned his house, did some carpet at his house for him between some estimates. And then I did 2 more estimates out in Turlock and 1 in Houston. And then came over here, still in Houston, to clean this empty house. And now I'm heading back to Oakdale and Riverbank. So just wanted to video this because this is a first for me. I am confident in his cleaning abilities, so I'm not worried about that. It's just, you know, when you grew something from scratch and you're finally letting go a little bit, you had to get it on camera and tell somebody. So yeah, that's it for this.
guys, we've been at this job for most of the day. It's a pretty decent sized commercial account that I do twice a year. I believe this is my 4th visit. First time this year did the tile, as you can see, and some of those small clips I did. They haven't done it before. I mentioned it to them that I can get it clean. Decided to have it done, cleaned and sealed. For 4 bathrooms. 4 bathrooms. 2 kitchen areas, 1 upstairs, 1 downstairs. And then of course 2 bathrooms upstairs, men's and women's, and same for downstairs. But we do this carpet every 6 months almost on the dot. And so this isn't going to be a very big video, but yeah, it's a Saturday, it's Father's Day weekend. I accidentally scheduled myself to work on Father's Day weekend. Oops. That's alright though. Gonna take probably the next couple Saturdays off. So I've been working 6 days a week for about 9 weeks straight, I believe. Somewhere around there. So, yeah guys, I'm gonna finish this up. Just wanted to tell you what's going on.